this was a great transition for the upcoming match here, because it was the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros inside a steel cage for the AEW Tag Team Championship match. And I'll have to say this, Jim Cornette, he will have a field day with this one, because if you thought the insane ladder match 2 years ago at All Out between these two teams was, something crazy, boy, these guys topped it. Like, I don't know what to say. These two tag teams are insane. This crowd was hot. Like, they were doing spots, but the thing is, people wanted Lucha Bros to win. These guys hate the Young Bucks, and nobody was ready to go home if Lucha Bros didn't win the AEW Tag Team Championship. They gave you the great outcome, and overall, this came off as a great match. Thoughts on this one, Ridwan?
Wow, I mean, easily the match of the night. Like, these guys were pulling out all the stops from the get-go. Like, it started off hot, and then throughout the match, like there was no signs of the crowd tiring up by themselves, because both the Bucks were like continuously throwing Phoenix onto the cage, and also just kicking the shit out of Penta. And like throughout the match, like you were badly wanting Lucha Bros to win, so which is a testament of the great heel work that the Bucks were doing. And no one likes the Bucks. I mean, in kayfabe, that is, like, they hate their guts with how they pull themselves up. So this was like a good indication of that. While the Lucha Bros were like super baby faces, they even got a grand entrance, which was mad. And despite that grand entrance, even if they had lost, then they would have looked like cutes. So overall, I mean, my words won't do it justice. So people have to go out of their way and watch this match, which was amazing from start to finish. And yeah, like this match, easily the match.
Spandan, do you have something to say about this one? Because I'm sensing something.
Yes.
Yeah. So whoever watches this, please don't be harsh to me on the comment section, because my opinion is going to be a bit different. Because from what I read, what I heard about people's opinions on this match, and you guys also, you loved the match. And I did watch the previous ladder match. It was really, really good. But, first impressions of AEW, I felt I didn't like this match. Just listen to me for once, because I felt it was too fast-paced. A lot, we do like spot fests and all of those good spots with all the blood and all of that. I did like the fact that it kind of showed a story that the elder brother was protecting the younger brother, and then they won the tag team championships. But overall, the match, I felt it didn't slow down at any point. I wanted the story to go a bit nicely, but it was just spot after spot after spot. They were like flying here and there and doing all those things. I like the fact that they used the thumbtacks Jordans. That was a good point. But overall, I wasn't a big fan of this match. But let's just see what the future is, because I had an opinion that I don't like the Young Bucks, and that opinion stays. So the match was a bit fast-paced, but maybe they did the job, because now I love the Lucha Bros and I hate the Young Bucks. So yeah, AEW did a good job there.
Ridwan, what do you think about that thumbtack spot with the shoes and sneakers?
I think Excalibur was the one who reminded that they've done it before in that hardcore match that they had with Kingston and Penta. So yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, it didn't really hit me as much, like, while I was watching it. Like, I didn't really feel that gruesome, except when Penta got the super kick. And beyond that, they didn't use it much, weirdly. Like when Phoenix used it back in offense to, I think, probably Nick Jackson, that's when it was like, it felt something. Otherwise, it was just there for me.
So let's talk about the highlights here. So from the get-go, Young Bucks were trying to escape. By the way, Nick Jackson had a hideous-looking face cut. So there you go.
He was looking like Serge Tankian from System of a Down. He had that style of beard.
It was there, man. But what do you think about the Lucha Bros entrance? I liked it, by the way.
So yeah, like they got a grand entrance. Like it was Mikey Ruckus and someone named Moiles de Gallo. So he was rapping in Spanish for like to hype up the crowd. And Penta and Phoenix, I mean, they looked killer. Like the way they entered, and yeah, I mean, we were in for something huge, and we got that the match that is.
Generally, when they do all these grand entrances, you don't expect the people to win, because you're like, okay, they have a grand entrance, they're going in. It's not going to be all happy. Okay, they got an entrance as well, they're winning also. All of that can't happen at once, but they pulled the trigger and didn't keep it for the future, because Young Bucks losing, like, it's a big thing, because if you see AEW, the faces of the company are basically the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Britt Baker. So when someone from this group loses, it's a big thing. So I love the entrance. They hyped it up. It was like credible challengers, but they'll stay challengers, but they got to win also.
At least this live performance was better than what we saw at WrestleMania with Rhea Ripley. That girl was shouting.
Yeah, her mic wasn't even on at that time, and the crowd was like, "We can't hear you."
But speaking about the highlights here, so Young Bucks from the get-go, they were trying to escape the cage, but Phoenix jumped up and kicked them and there you go. And like I said, really spot fest heavy match here. And at one point, the Bucks were trying to rip off the mask of both Penta and Phoenix, and we saw both men busted open at one point. Matt Jackson, he would end up, as the Lucha Bros were building momentum, he kicked both of them in the balls, and then he decided to call out their associate stooge Brandon Cutler to throw in the black bag, and I'm glad that bag, made it through the cage and he didn't botch it and stuff. That would have been hilarious. So we saw a sneaker filled with thumbtacks. So he kind of got in, a couple of super kicks. We see Penta, protecting the younger brother Phoenix, and he took the bullet here. So all of a sudden, Phoenix started to, build some momentum. He went full ape shit here, crazy, and was kicking all of the Bucks here. So there was one point on the match where all four guys were exchanging super kicks after super kicks after super kicks. And when Phoenix went down, it was Matt Jackson standing. He kicks up and hits another super kick. Then Penta gets up, he kicks. So Nick Jackson, everybody is down, crowd is going wild. So then we got to the point where we had to, climb up the cage, right? So Phoenix was going for the super tag team pile driver, like the normal one didn't. Yeah, the normal one didn't get the job done. So they had to, go for a higher one. Phoenix got up. So Nick Jackson, he got rid of Penta with a super kick. So he was about to go for Phoenix, and Phoenix, like nothing, kicked. He was running the top of the cage like it's nothing. Then they do a big dive off and like taking everybody out there. Then they hit Lucha Bros hit yet another, double team pile driver, and that got them the victory. Crowd went wild, and great outcome with Lucha Bros winning.
They even got a standing ovation from the crowd once they got the pinfall victory over the Bucks. So that was nice to see.
And like I said, really great outcome. Like we were kind of, a little effy with the whole go home show segment that they did. Like, will the Bucks go over? Like mostly it was Bucks were going to retain, but seeing that they really went 50-50, and at least the Lucha Bros, got the last redemption, got the tag titles. By the way, Ridwan, what you think about the Young Bucks title reign? It was long, but was it good? Great? Like, what's the opinion here?
I think it was pretty good. So they won it last year from FTR, I believe. So like earlier this year was when I got in very regularly with AEW, and so since then, every match that they've had delivered more than expected. So I'd say, and this is also like the longest reign in AEW history, longest tag title wins, which is also good to see. So yeah, I feel like this tag reign was long, but I think it did its job. So like it had to solidify the division too. So I think they did their job.
I kind of sense with the Bucks losing the tag titles, I think we might see a downfall of the Elite, but it doesn't look like we are having a downfall of the Elite this soon.
Not anytime soon. Yeah.
After what happened at the end, it's not happening, but there you go. But kind of sense that Lucha Bros will be dropping the title very soon.
Yeah, even I have that bad feeling, like similar to how FTR did last year. Like they won it at All Out and lost it at the very next pay-per-view to the Bucks. So that was weird. Then again,
Or they, speaking about Lucha Bros, I think they finally align with Andrade then, now that they got gold with them.
I hope not. Though, like we need to see what happens on Rampage to come to that conclusion. Probably not, because even I had mentioned this in the past. Like they've been kind of doing this. They've been like outright heels sometimes or outright faces. They've never stuck to one alignment. So I hope that this is a more sustained run of theirs with the tag titles, and let's see what happens. We are in for some great matches as this for the tag titles, but let's see what they do.